Oh
Of
man,
course.
Yeah, we are too.
yeah, no, we did it up real good. So I gotta get Tim on. Mike was like, we have to get Tim on here again.
Man, thank you guys. Like, I really appreciate
All right, and we
Gamerish, but I appreciate like you guys really do give me an oasis in the day, like because I don't like opening up Facebook anymore. But now I'm like I wonder what's been posted in
what crazy
Gamerish.
shit
So
Dre's posting every 30
it
seconds.
really like yeah, I'm serious. Like Gamerish is really now my game pro because like everything is so scattered, and then like I gotta say what I love about you guys is like if you guys ain't posted, it usually ain't legit. So
Yeah,
it's like that's the type of hard hitting journalism that
I
I
like hearing
need.
that. I
I
like hearing that
need
because I
it.
don't like to post anything that sounds like bullshit.
Hey, we'll call
True.
it out too when other people post it. We'll be like,
Exactly, you know what I'm saying.
that
But it's
smells
nice to
like
have
bullshit.
that myth buster. You know what I'm saying? Because like you used to just be like you used to could just look on in a magazine, be like, nah, it's not in here, so you're fucking lying. Now you're just like everything is modded, custom. So they could be like, yeah, tomorrow we
You
have
guys can
Raptors.
share right now.
We have
And we'll
Raptors.
still record it.
The Raptors in Little Big Planet. You're like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? But then Dre, I'll go on there like that. That's not on Gamers, so you guys are fibbers.
Oh man. All right, so I'm
Fibbing.
gonna let's see. I guess you guys shall. We're gonna start recording now. If anybody's
What?
watching, we're
Yeah,
going.
I think we're
I'm sorry,
already.
mine says I'm off of it. Mine says Tiana G. We
Nah.
all use this Zoom.
Oh, I could switch your name.
All
I'll
right,
be
because
here. That is it. Let me put my man Tim Ill, and there you go. You swapped out.
all
All
right,
right.
all right.
So Mike, I'm gonna start recording, and
Hold on a second. I
uh,
changed. You can go ahead. You can start recording. I can do this while you're doing it.
so it's gonna record in three, two, one.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Gamers Group Pod, episode 17. I am Eric, aka Captain Cannon, and with me, as always, I got the crew, starting with Andre. What's going on, Andre?
What's up, people? What's going on? BK Brawler.
We also got Michael. What's going on, Michael?
What up, Ish? This is Captain BD.
And joining us today is a special guest, Tim. How you doing? Why don't you say hello?
Thank you guys for giving us bums off the street a chance.
No problem. So as always, we are live. So if anyone's watching this on YouTube, you make your comments, questions. I'm regulating that shit, so I'll answer it as soon as you put it up. And as always, we're going to start off with what shirt are you wearing and what game have you been playing? So, Dre, why don't you start us off?
All right. Well, I just tossed. So I got my Austin 316 shirt. Even though
Respect.
we had that little poll going on. Well, not a poll, but thing about wrestling moments that you would choose to live on. Tim, you chose 316, right? That was one of your choices.
Damn right.
Yeah, you chose three. I didn't pick 316, but even though it was a pivotal moment to Stone Cold's career, and that shit still lives on till today. But I had to go with the formation of NWO because
Yeah, of course.
there's no way anyone ever, and no one could tell me that they ever saw the day that Hulk Hogan would turn heel. You know,
Yeah, yeah, he had a squeaky clean. Him, Steve Nash, like, and that was the thing. It's like when NWO and D Generation X came about. Like, I want to say in wrestling canon, they took it to the next level. Like since then, and the only reason why I said Austin 316 is because when you think about it, he stunned the president. No other wrestler has used a wrestling move, a signature wrestling move, also
Vince
on
McMahon.
a president of the United States.
Mm,
I don't know, man.
yeah, the
That's
president.
pretty
Oh, yeah, true.
hardcore.
So you want me to tell you what game I'm playing too, or you want to go
Yes.
around
Yeah.
which?
Go. Just
Okay. So so I am playing right now. This week I'm working on Paper Mario on my damn Switch every morning
Nice.
when I wake up.
mm,
So still going through that, but a special game came out today. which is why my Xbox controller is sitting there courtesy of Game Pass, people. Tell me why. It's finally out.
Oh, it happened.
Tell me why. It's fucking out. And unfortunately, I started playing it because of Gamescom. I didn't get to play it as long as I want to. I'm only about an hour and a half into it. About twins, of course, this is the first game that has a leading transgender role character. Every one of those don't nod games, someone has some type of power. So in Life is Strange 2, the brother has the psychic powers. Life is Strange 1, Chloe could turn back time and shit like that. And this one, the twins have the ability to read to speak to each other telepathically and to see things like in their past if they both focus on it at the same time, or if one remembers something in their past, the other one could see the visual as well. So I'm wondering how this is all going to play into the story. I'm pretty sure the psychic thing is going to come in more into some crucial points. Some crazy shit's gonna happen, and then you're gonna tell your twin, hey, do this or that. I'm pretty sure that's gonna happen, but nothing crazy has happened so far. All
So
that's
you haven't
happened.
cried yet, right? That's what you're
Yeah,
saying?
I haven't
Yeah,
cried
I was gonna
yet.
ask where's the tears.
Yeah.
No
Hold
tears
me back.
yet. No tears yet, people. So but I see, I'm just waiting for the, still on episode 1. I think they released 2 episodes if I'm not wrong, but 2 or 3, but I'm still at the beginning. Nothing crazy's happened yet. All they've really shown you is like the things um someone that's in that mode of transitioning as a kid that just knows that this is not who they want to be, what they could go through with parents that don't understand. And so,
Wow.
yeah,
See,
so
and
they
I was
go
because
into that.
see, I'm glad because I was just about to ask. I was like, what does them being transitioned? What does that have to do with the gameplay? And
Yeah, like
Dre, here
a
we
lot.
go. You just
Yeah,
gotta.
yeah, you just gotta play, man. The beginning, you go back to your childhood home because they're trying to sell their home, their childhood home. Well, something happens. I'm not gonna say what leads up to all of that, but when they were kids, but they go back to the childhood home, and while you're walking through the home, like you're playing as the sister that turned into a boy, and he's having all these visions, and you get to see everything their mom did to her and all this stuff whenever she tried to tell her mom, like, I want to cut my hair, the things her mom did to her because she wanted to cut her hair and all this stuff into like short hair. So it gets heavy from the get-go, but nothing worth my tears yet. Nothing
Mm,
yet.
mm.
Mike, what about you? What are you wearing and what are you watching?
All right, so I'm wearing this shirt, and this is actually for Eric, aka Captain Cannon. And then after this joke's kind of played out.
You're killing
Yeah,
me.
because you make it sound like that bothers me, and it really doesn't. I'm gonna say
If
this.
you don't know Tim, Eric hates
Oh,
the Sandlot.
it's a Sandlot. It says you're killing me, Smalls.
Yeah, but
Got
I
the
mean,
gang
I
in
got
there.
the reference, guys. I'm not that young. Goose.
I meant to tell
Hey,
you
for the
that the
people at
first
home, I
time.
knew what Sandlot was. These
I meant,
guys.
I meant
It
to
just
tell you
makes
that the first.
Dre laugh.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
say you killing me smalls at least 8 times a
Me
year.
too.
I put it. It's in the rotation. Is all
Maybe
I'm saying.
more.
Yeah, it's in the rotation. It's definitely one of my go-to sayings.
So yeah, not video game related. I just thought it was canon, kind of, because of how we.
But what were you trying to say?
It was
E?
it was
You was
I
canon,
trying
so
said
I
to,
it
could
does.
start this episode like we
It
ended
doesn't
last
bother me.
episode.
I said the first time you said it, I wanted to say it doesn't bother me. I mean, you
Nah.
can say it as much as you want. I hate the movie, and it doesn't mean that I cringe every time I hear that stupid line. So, but
Okay.
what are you watching, you asshole?
What am I watching? I started Peaky.
Oh, I know.
I started
My
Peaky
bad.
Blinders, dude. That's a good show.
Oh yeah.
I like it.
What
He
are you
likes it.
playing?
and I
What am I
started
playing?
Rick and Morty, episode 12 now. Season 12.
So I am playing Samurai Jack Battle Through Time.
Right.
I'm also playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare Deuce, and
Oh yeah.
I just started the airport mission, so
Nice.
I turned that off. I
And
stopped
I
there.
just finished that mission.
I stopped there.
That's crazy, guys.
So those games I've been playing since about Tuesday on, but all weekend and Monday Eric, I already talked to you about this, but I've been playing the Ghost of Tsushima, and I've been on the grind, kind of. It's not really a grindy game, but as far as like a trophy grind and a trophy hunt, I've cleared out all trophies up until the ones that I'll get for beating the game. So I'm on the very last mission of Act 3 to beat the game, and then I'll close up the rest of the trophies.
Tim got
Hopefully, when I
something to
beat the
say about
game,
trophies.
the platinum's going to come right with it. This is how I got it all planned out.
Yes.
So I will be streaming that tomorrow night, about 9ish.
Way to go, man.
So, yeah.
Tim, what are you wearing or what are you playing?
Purple underwear. I'm just playing.
Not that kind of show, man. Not that kind of show.
I'm wearing this. I don't know. See, it's kind of crazy because I don't know where I got it, but I got this Mandalorian shirt.
Yeah, it's Mandalorian.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I have no clue where I got it. Like it was just like I was washing clothes, and it couldn't be anybody else's because it's my size. But I was like, oh shit, Mandalorian.
It's a Mandalorian Super Sport.
Hey, it came out of nowhere. And then what games I'm playing? Honestly, right now I am playing Modern Warfare 2 because I mean that's a good game. That's a good game to just go in here and get the trophies for. And so I was like, yeah, I'm glad you guys are doing. Then I'm also trying to play get through Tomb Raider, like the newest Tomb Raider. And I'm not saying get through it like it's a grind, huh?
The third one.
Yeah, well, the last one to come out.
Is that the one with the big ass orange sun in the background?
No, the one with the ice pick and all that.
You go on that ship.
The third one, the third one.
Okay, sorry, the third one, yes, because I remember the second one is her rebirth, and then the third one is like this. And don't get me wrong, it's nice, but I don't. After playing Ghost of Tsushima, it's like now I just feel a little empty. And then because it's like how the games were supposed to be stacked up this year. We're supposed to get, Ghost of Tsushima, then Cyberpunk. So you don't feel that that lull in between games. But it's just like my issue was, and because I was playing Ghost of Tsushima, and where it has replay factor, it's giving me the PlayStation game vibes. And what I mean by that is they're awesome games, what I'm saying, genre pushing games, but it's just once you were done with Spider-Man, there was nothing that kept you swinging through the city. Once you're done with Days Gone By and you're beefed up, there's nothing that makes you want to go out there and just kill every freaker. And so don't get me wrong, in Ghost of Tsushima, I'm willing to run around that island and kill whatever Mongols left. It's just there's no reason to. And so that's why I really am anticipating multiplayer. But that's a synopsis for a different show.
All right, yeah, I'm also playing. I played Ghost a little bit last night. And,
what are you wearing?
Oh, well, I was going to wait till the end. I'm playing Ghost. I'm also playing Modern Warfare 2. I'm trying to clean up just like you, Mike. Yo, Michael, I was looking at your trophies for Ghost. There's one thing that you got where you did the standoff, and you got everyone maximum amount.
You have to wear for 5 people. You have to wear your Sakai armor.
Okay.
Yep.
And then that's how you get 5. That's a buff. That's a buff just with your family armor. That's the only way that you can do it.
Okay. Because I don't even know if I'm going to get into a situation where there are 5 people anymore, because I'm already done with the story.
Actually, I got two birds in one stone with that one. I got the Sakai plus I got the ghost kills because you beef up your ghost kills with standoff kills. So I got the 5 standoff kills, and then I killed 3 or 4 more people with my ghost stance, and then I cleared out 2 trophies. Boom, boom.
Oh, nice. Okay.
That is true.
I hope I could do that one though. But
you can. You got this, man.
Thanks. And then I'm wearing a Golden Age Superman shirt.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah. So
now I feel bad for not putting any spec on your name.
All right, so let's get into it now. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was DC fandom, which was last week, and Andre and I did a pod for it. But because he gave us so many trailers and sneak peeks, I was curious at what you guys, Mike and Tim, what you guys thought of the reveals, and if there was anything that you were looking forward to the most. So, Mike, I'm going to start with you. Anything you were looking forward to with all that shit that came out?
Honestly, pleasantly surprised with the whole experience. To be honest with you, I think it was more than definitely was more than what I was expecting.
Yeah, you mentioned that to us.
Movie wise, I think 84 looks cool enough. You know, I'm waiting to see what the whole story is with Duke coming back. Because he definitely died. I saw him bleed up.
Definitely.
You know?
Yeah,
I saw him get exploded.
I don't know if that's
so I don't know.
Real.
Yeah, I think he's like the Wish or something. I don't know. But
yeah,
anyway,
they're gonna use time.
That's exactly what I
time
thought.
travel.
Yeah.
Something.
The Rock was kind of a bust. Yeah, The Rock was kind of a bust. The Black Adam thing, that was just kind of all for, you know, shits and giggles, I guess. They didn't really show anything at all. I don't know if there's much in development. Batman. Let's talk about the Batman.
No, I don't think they're filming it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about it?
So I think I might like it. I don't know. I'm giving it hope. And that's it. You know, that S, Eric, on your that S on your shirt stands for hope.
What, Dre? What were we saying?
No, remember we brought this up on the pod after that trailer came out. It's like a lot of people's their thoughts on it before it just switched from okay, maybe this not gonna be as shitty as we thought it was gonna be.
So I feel like the action will be decent. Like those hits sounded crunchy, I thought.
Yeah, that's why I pointed that out. That punching scene is what everyone
Well, the sound, it sounded crisp and raw and violent.
We are programmed to just love the fucking violence.
But I hated the vengeance.
Yes.
Hated that.
Yeah.
I felt like I was somebody on set.
Where's the drugs? Where are they?
I feel like somebody on set, he was like line, and somebody was like, I'm vengeance, and somebody was like, dumb motherfucker, he's Batman, he said it wrong. You know, like.
And then they just let it go because it was like $30 million for him to do it again.
No, bro, that's not what you say. You know the words.
For you to do this,
you know the line.
For you to do this scene again, it's $2 million.
So maybe
somebody has to die.
Video game wise, so this is what I don't get. There's a lot of this hype about the Suicide game, and that seems cool. I mean, it's Rocksteady, so that's where all the hype would be, I guess. But they didn't show any gameplay at all.
No, they didn't.
The Suicide Squad game, no gameplay whatsoever. I think it sounds like a better premise, and it sounds like it's already more evolved, kind of to what the game is, to where I think Gotham Knights looks better. I think Gotham Knights is a game that I could get into. Hell, it is. So we'll just see. I liked it. I like DC fandom.
Well, we don't even know what kind of game, you know, like Jay and I were talking about that. We don't know what kind of game Suicide Squad is going to be anyway.
I got ideas. Going to be like, was that maybe a Crackdown or Sunset Overdrive?
Oh, please not Sunset Overdrive.
I mean, it could be like that was the kind of like that was what I kind of got from. I don't want to say because I don't want to compare it to that, but where Sunset Over, we go, that was a popular game, and Xbox was really.
I just say,
But I could see like not because it's just like it has to be. If I'm sorry, you didn't even get to me. Sorry, guys.
No, it's fine. No, keep going. It's fine.
No, you're good. Okay, I liked it. I liked the demo. It was
where you were going?
I like the demo of Suicide Squad where I just saw it as having to be more cartoony, more Fortnite-y, so just because the what was it, Arkham Knights, that looks very serious. Mm-hmm. And depending on how they do that game, especially with non-lethal bullets being one of the freaking weapons, I just want to see like they're gonna have to do something to kind of balance it, where you have something like dark fun and then something Gotham light fun. But as far as DC fandom, I feel it was really nice. I like the Snyder cut I am interested in giving Snyder Cut a chance, just because it doesn't look like they're adding a lot of new content, and that's always if I was willing to rewatch the movie anyway, so I like to see this new stuff. Wonder Woman 84, of course, that's gonna be great, but it's gonna be like, I feel like it's gonna be better because Scarlet Witch didn't come out. Like, if Scarlet Witch came out, then we would probably be like, oh, what did Scarlet Witch do to, Wonder Woman 84? But Wonder Woman 84 gets to kind of blaze that new path for female or woman superheroes, after 2020. Then I mean, like, really, the only thing that I was really looking forward to is Batman, but that's because it seems like um since the Dark Knight, people have embraced that they like the darker version of Batman. They like the more tortured version of Batman, where even though he's rich, he's always questioning himself. And versus the Batman that's like jet setting and, like, has all these toys and is like fighting ninjas in Japan. Like, we never get that Batman again.
No,
We
don't.
never get that or the Batman who's like in Russia or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? We always get Gotham City, Elon Musk Batman, and I don't know. I just like, and so, like, don't get me wrong. The funny thing about, and this is my last thing. The funny thing about sorry, his name, who plays Batman,
Cedric.
who?
Robert Pattinson.
Robert
Yeah,
Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson. Thank you, Robert Pattinson. Thank you. Like, when they said he was going to be Batman, the reason why I was just like, he might work, depended. And I understand his look, but the reason why I was like, because Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger came from, even though Heath Ledger had some serious roles, he came
did.
from the heartthrob, and he was able to really, like, and dirty up his image, but not be too dirty. And I feel like, I'm saying, that this is gonna be just the same. Though I'm hoping, sorry,
No, keep going.
I'm hoping that, with this, because I think Hush and the Penguin is gonna be the main characters. But either way, I really want to see how this progresses, because I don't want to. I hope this Batman, like, takes us to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Like, how the Dark Knight and all of that was just like that movie trilogy of Batman. I hope this one opens up a new one where everybody stays alive.
Yeah, I do agree with what you're saying about the Heath Ledger. The only difference is that Heath Ledger wasn't coming from a movie series that had, like, legion of young
Teeny bopper girls.
teeny bopper girls as the file. It's almost like Leonardo DiCaprio when he did, like, Romeo and Juliet and Titanic, and he had this large, like, teeny bopper following, and then he started doing, like, more grittier dramas.
So I gotta say, going back to watch Romeo and Juliet now as, like, an adult, it's like, what the fuck was high school doing showing us this? Like, I never realized that Mercutio was, well, whatever. I'm just saying, it was just I didn't realize a lot of shit that now I'm just like, man, the writing was on the wall, Tim. Damn.
Yeah. But I mean, I understand what you're saying about the Heath Ledger thing. I mean, it's a good point. It's a good, but I don't know. It's just like Robert Pattinson brings something, and also to get to your point about how we never get to see the globe-trotting Batman. It's because it's the same reason why every time we do a comic book movie, we have to see the origin. Because they
start over every time.
They always start over. So that's why, like, some movies like Incredible Hulk or the Spider-Man MCU movies are great, because it's just there's no, it's just a jump off. There's no beginning. There's no origin.
I gotta say,
just pick up in his life. Like,
I think I've seen Bruce Wayne's parents die 6 times.
Oof.
You know what? When Joel Schumacher, when they were making those movies, he was the one, he did Batman Forever. He was the one that said that Batman has to get over the death of his parents. And I was like, what the fuck? No, he doesn't need to get over his parents.
No,
but
let's
we don't
see it
need to
again.
see them. We don't need to see them shot in the alley 50 times.
Yeah.
But you know, him saying that ruined the series. So we need a balance of like, we already know who he is. Let's just go from there. We don't need to see the
True.
second year. We don't need to see the second year. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, everyone was excited to see the Batman. I mean, people have been talking about it for so long. We needed to see what the fuck this movie is going to look like. I don't know about Hush though, because it's supposed to be Penguin and the Riddler.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, it's supposed to be the Riddler?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's supposed to be the Riddler?
Yeah.
No, you don't see the Riddler. You haven't seen the Riddler.
Figured out his code.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I saw the code thing, and so I thought the Riddler was in there. You know what I'm saying? As just like I thought the Riddler was in there.
No, he's casted. He's casted.
The guy who was like ripping the tape, the duct tape in the beginning, and he was talking.
Yeah,
I thought that was Hush, because Hush, like I believe knows Batman's true identity.
Yeah, it's possible. Anything's possible. I mean, we don't really know anything.
Hey, Captain Cannon.
But that's the thing. Is just I'm sorry.
No, go.
You're good. You're good. You were going.
No, because Cap hasn't said anything. I don't.
No,
Captain Cannon, I got a question for you.
What's that?
What's up with his normal ass vehicles? Normal ass Chevelle looking cars, normal ass. Explain that to me, because the only explanation I got was year 2. But here's my counterpoint for that.
Okay.
Motherfucker, he's still rich.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's still a trust fund kid.
Yeah.
Some of the Batmobiles. Some of the Batmobiles have been normal looking cars.
He's still rich. He still can buy. He's still got that Ferrari money. He's still got that.
But see, that's
out
the thing.
money.
If this is year 2, and I hate to be like the nerdy guy, but if this is year 2, I'm not sure he has Lucius Fox yet. Yeah, Lucius was really where he was getting a lot of that tech from. Like Lucius was just like, yeah, if you give me $1 billion, we will make shit happen where like somehow 30 companies are making your suit, but none of them know it's for Batman.
I don't want a poor Batman. That's some bullshit.
I'm just saying, like, who is making armor plate and is like, and like the guy comes up and he's like, okay, we got the specs. It has to be knife proof. And if this green goo from these chattering teeth, if it shoots on it, it can't corrode. Like, who gets ready for that?
I got one question for Tim and Mike. What do you guys think about it being year 2, but to know about year 1, you got to watch that Gotham show, that new Gotham show, that PD show, Gotham PD show.
Yeah.
That's on Max.
I thought it was weak.
I see. I can't say that.
I don't want to watch Gotham.
Where I'm not really
talking about
interested.
the HBO Max.
Yeah, the HBO Max one, year 1, the one that has. I think it doesn't have.
It's gonna be basically the Westworld guy, probably Commissioner Gordon.
Commissioner Gordon, thank you.
Jeffrey Wright.
Yeah.
Which I think he's gonna kill the play. I think he's gonna kill that. But this is just the issue I have with the year 1 and year 2. And all of this is, again, like you guys said, like I'm good with the because like Batman year 1 kind of technically doesn't make sense, because this after his full training with Ra's al Ghul, because like honestly it depends on which canon you're kind of going with, because at like year 2 he was still with Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then like who what's it called, the crime family, the Black Mask, they have control of Gotham, and that in the Falcone or whatever, the Mafia family.
No, he's talking about the Mafia guys.
Yeah, Falcone.
It's the
okay.
And so I'm saying, and they got control of the city. So it's like in year 2, what's really going on? Like and that's why I don't like the origin stories. I would just rather, you know what I'm saying, really if they could just bring it back how Arkham Knight did it. It's just a tumultuous night or a week of hell, you know what I'm saying, from some type of big setup that's been going on for somehow decades. And then just a week of hell where these thugs ransack the city. That's about it. That's really all Batman has, because it doesn't make sense why why you would have supervillains who are just like, yeah, there's like 9 supervillains in this city, but yeah, and Batman has stopped 8 of them, but mine is gonna work.
Right.
Yep.
All right. Just real quick, there was a character that they had introduced. His name was Harold, and he was like a hunchback, and he was Bruce's mechanic, and he lived in the Batcave, and he would always work on the cars, and
he has slave labor.
yeah,
Batman
pretty
has
much.
slave
Pretty
labor.
much. He was a mute. He was mute. He was a hunchback, and they eventually murdered him. But yeah,
Damn.
even before Lucius Fox, like for a long time, no one really talked about where he was getting these gadgets from. They just would say that he made them. But then they started to slowly introduce characters that were like, because it's impossible for one guy to just do all that shit.
Yeah, especially a rich guy who owns most of the city. But so you're
Right.
telling me that he basically had the Mad Max, what is that, or the hunchback guy? Like,
Yeah.
he was just some rich, like Batman's just some rich guy who's just like, Wayne
No,
Corp owns everything, but fuck it.
Let's get into
Slave
slavery.
labor.
Yeah, exactly.
Work down here. I'll throw you some sandwiches.
Yeah.
Where some salmon
I'll give you a
heads,
bucket of fish
heads
I'll
in a
give you a
bucket.
bucket of fish heads. Yeah. All right. So next thing I wanted to talk about was Netflix has officially started making a live action Resident Evil TV show. So this is supposed to be. It was announced a few days ago. It's supposed to be the guy who worked on Supernatural, and they haven't really said much about the show, but it's supposed to be 2 different timelines. And the first timeline is supposed to follow Jade and Billy Wesker. And we don't even know if they're connected to Albert Wesker in any way. And then the second timeline is supposed to take place more than a decade in the future with less than 15 million humans surviving on Earth. So what do you guys think of this? And do you have any hope in it? And of course, before you start talking about it, this doesn't look like it's going to have anything to do with the movies, thank God. So,
Okay, thank God.
So, like, Mike, what do you think of this, Mike?
Give Mila Jovovich. My fault. Sorry.
You almost had that name.
Mila Jovovich.
Jovovich.
Okay.
Yanovich. I don't know. So I'm excited. I'm down. I watch the movies from time to time. I mean, if they're on TV, I'll watch them. They don't bother me that bad. As far as video game movies go, like it's cringy, but it's just like cringy in its own special way. I don't mind them.
Well, the first one's better.
Yeah, the first one's better. The first one that has like nothing to do with the movies basically is not that bad.
Right. You're hopeful?
I'm hopeful. I think it will be good. I think they got the premise for it. I wonder if in the future Albert Wesker's already like all the way down with that T virus and just whooping everybody's ass.
Well, it's supposed to be these two move to Raccoon City. That's how it starts. So like we don't know. So it's they discover their father is keeping secrets that can destroy the world. So obviously Albert's supposed to be their father.
Yep.
But we don't really know in what capacity the storyline is going. Tim, what do you think about all this?
Well, I was going to say this about Gotham, but I'll say it also about this. Like, what I like about content today is that I really feel like they have the right, right people involved, and that, there's really just there's no end to, especially if we go into another quarantine, we're going to need something to watch. So, like, I'm happy that, saying Gotham is out there and that they're doing that connection to the movie, because it does kind of tie the mediums together. And then as far as this show, like where I'm interested in Resident Evil, it's like I want to, because it's a really fine line. I say that like Netflix had this show called Black Summer with zombies and stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I thought that was done.
6.
Huh?
I'm on episode 6.
Bro, no, I'm not going to, but I'm just saying, like, that, I was like, yo, this is a good show. This is a good zombie show. Through the whole thing, I was on it. The issue I had was it's season 1, and that's it. Like we said, Dre, like, oh, when it comes to these shows, if they tell you it's gonna be one season or it takes like forever for the next season to come out, the show is usually good. It's a great show. They're like, yo, the budget is 70 million. We're gonna use 50 million on the show, and then we're gonna pay people well. And so, like, I feel like the Resident Evil show can be done well, and they will put a lot of, enough money behind it. I just don't want it to be something where it's either too loosely related to the video games, or it's completely like they're just trying to completely dial into the video game into Resident Evil, and you're just like, it's just too much. Like, I hope they're able to find, like you said, that balance, and that we just get like a nice drama, but nice, situations and pop-ups or pop-outs.
Well, Dre, what do you think?
See, because it's Netflix, I have a lot of faith in them. I have
Mhm.
faith that they could get this done. If this was fucking CW, no, fuck you. But
Yeah.
but this is Netflix. And so Netflix has a good reputation right now. I bought stocks in Netflix, so I believe in them. You know, so I think as long as hey, you said these are Wesker's kids now, so Wesker has to
Well,
be a
that's
part
what it
of it.
looks like. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I read something about it, like it should be his kids. I think I read something like that. But if he's in it, that leaves leeway for the rest of the characters. Cause you ain't gonna
Mhm.
have no Wesker without Leon. You ain't
Yeah.
gonna have no Leon without Claire. You ain't gonna have no Claire without Chris.
Chris.
And
Yep.
you ain't gonna have no Chris without what's her name? The Balance. What's it the girl that's always with Chris from Resident Evil 5?
Jill
Something
Valentine.
Valentine, Jill
Jill,
Valentine, yeah.
yes. So they're gonna have to tie into this some way. If what they could do, if we could find out that things that they show in this show were connected to things that happened in the games, like say, hey, they're in Raccoon City. This is what they were doing while Chris was fucking fighting in the police station. They
Woo!
were out here doing this shit. Or
Dre,
Resident
they
Evil.
got you got to charge them for that, Dre. You got to charge them for
No,
that.
like say in the future, if someone was there, say Wesker, they go to Wesker and they show what he was doing in that village before Leon got there,
Mhm.
and all that shit. This they could show all this shit ties into the games if they're smart. Whoever's doing
They're
this,
not going to do that. They're not going to do that.
I know.
Oh man,
That's not
come on,
happening.
Cap.
That's our dream
Come
because
That's
on,
not
Cap.
happening.
it's always the fans that know best. It's always the
Yeah,
fans
and it's
that know
also the
best.
fans who get dicked in the ass from people who
No,
think
no,
they know
hey,
the
Dick in the ass.
hey,
The old
no,
dick in the
because it
ass.
took me a while to watch The Witcher, and a little bit even longer to understand it. But at the end of the day, The Witcher, they did that because of the time hopping. I was just like,
Yeah,
But then once I really got into the rhythm, I was like, yeah, they did the right thing with the show.
yeah.
They
Richard
give
stayed true to
Cavill,
the lore.
John Cavill,
Superman.
Henry Cavill.
yeah,
Henry
Cavill.
Cavill.
Me and
I
names,
like your name
man.
better. I like your name
Me
for
and
him better.
names. But I'm just saying, like give him some work because he's also in the new Bobby Millie Brown thing, show on Netflix.
He's from
And
Sherlock
so,
Holmes, yeah.
I kind of want to see, you know what I'm saying? I like seeing content from him, but yeah, I feel like there's the reason why I got good hopes for this show is they really have a lot of they have a lot of material, and then the movies, it's like not hard to really outdo those movies. Like I
No
said,
way.
Mila Djokovic, however you say her name,
I think
give
that's
her
it.
a little give her a little bit more work, just as a nice callback. But there's so much material, like Dre was saying, there's no reason for them to be like to really get this wrong.
No, I mean, I'm not disagreeing that it won't be good. I think it will be good, but Dre lives in this fantasy land where they're going to actually mention the same
I
storylines
know
from the
they won't make
games
it as good
and
as I'm
connect
thinking,
everything.
but
It
if
would be nice.
it would be nice if someone thought of this stuff. Like if I just wish for once a real gamer got into the fucking industry and he just said, "Give me this franchise and let me do right by it." you know, I just wish one day that just fucking happens. You
Well,
know?
when
But they at
do
least
that,
listen.
when they do that with comic book adaptations, maybe then they'll do that on video game adaptations.
I don't know, man. There's a couple of them out there that are pretty good.
I was gonna say for every Witcher, you know, you have like like other. I was trying to think. Well,
Street Fighter. Ooh.
Man of Steel.
All right, Man of
Um,
Steel wasn't bad. Street
No,
Fighter with
that's
Raw
not a
Julia.
Superman. I'm sorry, Mike.
No
That's
slander
not a
on that
Superman
movie.
movie. That's not a Superman movie.
I'm just saying,
Superman
Street
movies.
Fighter. We can't no Street Fighter slander in here because Raw Julia gave his life.
Hey, that movie was nothing compared. That wasn't even Street Fighter. That was just Jean Claude
Blanca
on
was.
coke.
Or
It was because
Titans.
Blanca was like to me. Blanca was like the most
The worst looking character
disappointing, the worst,
ever.
most disappointing character. I was like, man, went on the game like he's one of the hardest fuckers to beat because he's genetically altered and he can like turn his skin electricity, well, electric. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like that. And don't get me wrong, that's one of those movies that definitely should get a reboot.
Yeah,
Like
and
it,
then
like
that
that. It seems like that's
that
just like a
movie
given.
Blanca was a spray painted Filipino.
Yeah, and they had him like in the chair. They had him in the chair
Watching those
looking
TVs.
at violence, and I was like, man,
Yeah,
who
yeah.
knew that? Like that would be you two.
I was
No,
like-
well, yeah,
I was like,
that'd
where's
be
the
you two one
electricity gonna
time.
come from? Where's the electricity
He's
gonna
like,
come from? It makes no sense.
and I was just like, man, is that how? Like, who's the general? Was like, yeah, I need 5,000 more of those guys to take over some country. Like, what the fuck, man? Stop.
I really
I-
like to believe that movie was
Yeah,
nothing but actors on the sidelines just seeing how much coke Jean-Claude Van Damme could actually do.
Yeah, it was gonna keep them going. We got to get this movie out, and
Yeah.
I mean, it's still viewed today.
All right, so
but I'm just saying, for every Witcher, you have the Titans. So I don't know if you're gonna get what you want, Trey.
It
But
ain't that bad though.
It's a
man.
good show.
It's not the comic. It's not the
bad.
comic though. It's
not the
nothing
comic.
like the
I get
comic.
mad at it about that too, but
It's
it
nothing
won
like
me
the
over.
comic.
It won me over in some ways.
No, every Robin has to be a little bitch apparently in that show.
Hey,
It's not
Deathstroke
the
was
comic.
legit though. This last
I didn't
season.
even watch season 2. I didn't even watch that shit. I'm gonna watch that shit. All right, let's move on. So,
Okay.
two movies are coming out this week. We got Bill and Ted. We're too old for this shit, and New Mutants. Now, so the interesting thing though is that neither one of these movies have any reviews for them yet.
Yeah.
So if anyone knows, if you know anything about that shit, usually when a movie is coming out and there's no reviews, that means that the movie studio doesn't want to screen that movie for the reviewers, because even the movie studio knows how shitty the movie is going to be.
Wow.
So, so I tried to do research on this shit. So it turns out that the reason why New Mutants is not being reviewed, Disney actually did do screenings for the movie, but there are no reviewers who actually want to go and review it because of COVID-19.
Yeah.
Ah!
So
Wow.
they feel that Disney's not doing what they should be doing when it comes to social distancing, and so reviewers are actually refusing to review it. Now with Bill and Ted, with Bill and Ted, call Andre.
He'll be there.
He'll do it. Now with Bill and Ted, though, as far as I could research, that was not the case with Bill and Ted. So it looks like it's possible that Bill and Ted just didn't screen because of how shitty it's going to be. Now Bill and Ted is streaming, but New Mutants is going to be in the theaters. So I was just going to ask you, what do you guys think of this? Are you planning on watching either one of these movies? Tim, let's start with you. Are you going to watch any of these movies?
So New Mutants, I've seen it. I'm interested, and it sucks because I understand with COVID, you know what I'm saying, we should do social distance and stuff, but I miss going to the movies. I like that experience.
Right.
I like being entertained by the movies. You know what I'm saying? It's a really nice, it's just a really nice outing. So like, and don't get me wrong, where I have surround sound and I can, watch these movies in the comfort of my own home, I like going to the movie theater. With
Right.
that being said, like I'm interested in New Mutants, but if I have to go out to the movie theater, no. Bill and Ted, I if it's on the as far as me putting effort behind watching it, no. But if like I hear good things and it's like free or on Netflix or a platform that I'm already paying for, and that's the key word. It's on a platform I'm already paying for, then yeah, I'll watch it. But I don't see myself being like, oh, $5.99, let's give this a go. No.
No.
No, sir.
Dre, what about you? I mean, if you had the choice, you would go see New Mutants in the
I
theater,
go
right,
see
Dre?
New Mutants in the movie theater. I don't give a fuck. I'll be up in there. I wish they put it to stream because I want to see the movie. Now I know that this movie's out and I can't even fucking stream the shit. I don't know why they didn't put it on their fucking Disney Plus Premium.
They don't want to do that.
Yes.
They don't want to do that.
Oh my God.
Like put it on that at least if you want to keep me home. Like, why put Mulan there but not put the fucking Marvel movie on there? That makes no god.
Well, what's it rated? That's what matters.
But they are going to be making that. They are supposed to be making a channel, a Disney Plus
a
channel,
rated R
eventually.
rated R eventually.
It's
But the issue I
PG-13.
have, but see, that's the issue I have with that is like now with Disney Plus, they're kind of like jugging you because you have Disney Plus, ESPN2, I think that's, or ESPN, and then Hulu. I'm like, you have to pay for 3 different apps from the same company, the same freaking company, man. Like, I don't know. That's EA. I mean, I hope we're talking about Epic and Apple after this because these guys.
We will.
Oh man, like gosh, but yeah, it's just like I just don't like that. Like I like that, you know, that Disney is handling it, so it's gonna have a certain je ne sais quoi. But at the same time, I just do not like that they're able to monopolize all this media like this.
All right, Dre, so Dre, you're gonna see Bill and Ted though?
No, never had any interest in those movies.
Oh, you're just young.
Hate.
I never cared for Bill and Ted. I never will care for Bill and Ted.
You're just young.
I'm
And he was born when the first movie came out. So
that's that young talking.
Yeah, so call it what you will, but Bill and Ted just never appeased to me, man. Love Keanu, seen all his other movies, but never Bill and Ted.
So you were going to say something else, though. You remember? You said, I think.
No, I was just saying when it comes to New Mutants, I just feel like they should have put it in. Like, why start that premium thing? Like, we complaining about the $30 for Mulan on Disney Plus Premium, but if it would have been New Mutants, I think less people would have complained because that's something that more of us would have wanted to see than Mulan. You know, Mulan is something for the family to see.
Yeah, and that's why. Because they don't care.
Yeah.
They want the fan. First of all, it's not a Disney movie. It's a Disney acquired movie. So they want the family. That's why. Yo, this movie's been in and out of release schedules for like 2 or 3 years. And they don't really care about it. Dude, not since was it August 28th? No, April 13th, 2018. That's when it was originally supposed to. It's like a pinball on a pinball machine. It keeps pinging back and forth. Michael, you want to see Bill and Ted? Are you going to see it though?
Not in the theaters.
No, but it's streaming. You're going to stream it?
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I'll wait for it. You know what I mean? I'll wait for it to come down, and then I'll stream it.
What about New Mutants? Are you?
Yep, that same. I got about the same amount of motivation to see both of them. Dude, Dre, Bill and Ted's is decent. The first one's hokey, but I watched Bogus not too long ago, maybe a few months back. It is out there. It is an out there movie.
Yeah.
They have some couple choice terms that they could not get away with these days.
If I'm on a Nick and the Hick 1 week, I'll watch a Bill and Ted movie.
Man, they're not bad. The second one, Bogus, is actually pretty decent. I'm surprised that it's not like revered more than it is because it's a decent movie.
It's a darker movie.
I mean, they both are though. They're both they both have campy. You know, they both are campy to where like people they have a cult following.
One thing I heard about this movie is that Keanu came out and wanted to make sure that everyone knew that Bill and Ted are not potheads.
I didn't hear about that.
That's reassuring.
Yeah.
So I'm like, so they're just dumb?
Yeah,
No,
they're
no.
just
I
dumb.
mean, but see, it's like the grungy, like Wayne's World. They weren't Wayne and Garth weren't potheads.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they weren't dumb either.
Yeah, they
They were
weren't
just
dumb.
like
No, yeah,
they were
where
just
they
dopey
were
teen. They were
spacey.
just like
Yeah,
dopey teenagers.
teenagers. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
All right, so that's it for me. So now we're gonna go to the quiz.
Nice.
Now, so just in case, just a refresh course. So this is going to be a quiz. Whoever wins this is going to be able to say their piece at the end of the pod, give any plugs that they want, and then give a quote that's not from the Sandlot. So because Tim is the special guest today, I'm going to let you choose between the two quizzes, Tim. All right, so we got a quiz about, funny enough, Street Fighter.
Nice.
Or we got a quiz about Mortal Kombat. So which
Even
of the
better.
two series do you like better?
I'm gonna have to go with Mortal Kombat, man.
All right,
I like Street Fighter better, but I feel like Mortal Kombat. I got.
All right, I was secretly hoping you were going to say Mortal Kombat. All right, so here's the quiz tonight, fellas. I need you to tell me every character from Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3. Every character. Now we got 37 characters, so we're gonna try. I mean, this probably will go. What? Someone saying something? What?
No. I'm just like, damn. I don't even know if I remember all those fucking
Well,
characters.
you better, man. You better. 1 through 3. We'll see how long this takes us. There's not as many as there are Street Fighter characters, thankfully. But we're gonna start with Tim first because he is the special guest. So, Tim, give me one name out of the first 3 Mortal Kombat movies, video games.
Liu Kang.
All right, and then we're gonna go with Andre. Andre, go ahead.
Oh, right, Raiden.
Hold on. All right, Mike.
Scorpion.
Right. Tim, go ahead.
Nightwolf.
Yep. Andre.
Reptile.
Say again.
Reptile.
Okay. Mike.
Sub-Zero.
Got it. All right, Tim.
Cabal.
Yep. Andre.
Katana.
All right. Hold on. All right, Mike.
Kuno.
All right.
Next one.
Tim.
Goro.
Which one?
Goro.
Oh, I don't know if Goro was a playable character.
Playable in 4, I think.
4. I'll give you another one. I didn't.
Sorry.
No,
Yeah,
I
you
didn't
can
specifically
fight him
say
in 2, I
the
believe.
only playable characters, no downloads, no DLCs or any of that junk. But you can go ahead.
Okay.
We'll give you a do-over.
All right, Shao Kahn.
Playable.
Yeah.
Oh,
Playable.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was. Yeah. Melina.
All right, Dre. What?
Melina.
Yeah. Michael.
Sonya Blade.
Yeah. Wait, where the hell is she? Yeah, there she is. All right, Tim, go ahead.
Jax.
Yeah, everyone loves Jax. All right, Dre.
Johnny Cage.
All right, Mike.
Sindel.
That
Well,
was
how
in
do
the
you
first
use
three?
it? Oh, yeah, there he is. Yeah, he's here. All right,
Her.
Tim, her,
Her.
whatever. Tim.
Rain.
Yeah.
Damn, you
Dre?
called out all the stops. Fuck. Trying to think now. Damn. I don't know. Smoke. What is Smoke? What's his name? Smoke or Smoke Screen or some shit like that. I think it's
Final
Smoke,
answer?
but Smoke or Smoke Screen. I can't remember his fucking name.
Pick one of them.
It's Smoke.
You got it. All right, Mike.
Striker.
Yep. Tim.
Baraka.
Nice. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
Mortal
you
Kombat
got it.
2.
Dre.
Shit. Now it's getting to the nitty gritty. Fuck. I'm trying to think. I'm seeing faces, but I'm not getting. You said Nightwolf already?
Yes, Tim did.
Oh man. Damn. I pass on me, man. I fucking.
Oh
fucking
man! All right, Mike,
yeah,
go ahead.
it's
Kung
falling.
Lao.
Yep,
Yes, damn.
Tim.
Noob Sabat.
Yep,
Jesus.
Trey.
Yo, man. I think I'm a basic, man. I'm a Mortal Kombat basic, man. Yo. Sub-Zero? We said that?
Already
We
said.
Sub-Zero?
Yeah, Mike did.
I thought he said Scorpion.
Said
He
both.
said both. He said both.
It was a steal.
It was.
Yeah, man. Oh God, I can't remember that woman with the black and gray hair that wears purple, man.
Sindel.
He already said her.
That too?
Yeah, he
Shit.
did.
Man, pass me again. Fuck it.
Oh, Mike, go.
Shang Tsung.
You
Yeah.
said
No, this
No.
is Shao Kahn. This is
Oh,
Shao
Kahn.
Kahn.
God,
Jason.
Tim, go ahead.
Cyrex.
How the hell do you spell that? Oh, it's a
Cyrex.
C, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good. Andre, go.
Damn, I'm just bad at these, man. Fucking
Ah,
yeah. It's always me. It's always me fucking up.
it is.
But damn, nah, I can't even make it past this. Yeah, it's between
Alright.
Mike and Tim now.
Mike, it's
because-
Mike and Tim. Mike.
Yeah, it's Mike and Tim now. because I fucked up when it comes
Shit,
to
I'm
past
trying
the
to
Mortal
think of-
Kombat 2. Mortal Kombat 3, honestly, I didn't care for that game.
I'm trying to think of his name. I can't think of his name. Sector. That's it.
I think you got it. Tim, go ahead.
Cyrex's brother. I was wanting to say Rector. But that sounded weird. It sounded
Uh,
odd. I was like, that's off. Smells funny. I don't know.
Tim, oh, yeah, funny. Tim.
Give me 1 second. I'm trying to think of Shiva.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. You're right. All right, Dre, you're out, right?
Yeah, I'm out. I
All right,
can't
go,
think of
Mike.
Mortal Kombat 3 characters, man.
Meat.
Yeah, you got it.
What
I
was
wondered
that?
if someone was going to get that.
The
Tim.
fuck was meat?
Eat. Oh, frick. Jeez. You got Sonya Blade. Johnny Cage.
How many seconds he got?
Well, you got like a lot, man. You were hanging
Shadow.
around for like 20 seconds.
Shadow? I don't know.
Who?
Shadow?
Shadow?
I'm out. Yeah.
No.
I'm out. Yeah, I'm out. I can't think of one.
Mike, you want to go one more?
Mocap.
What? No.
Motion capture dude. He's a
The
fucking
damn
special
training
character.
Is he?
right?
Yeah.
The training character.
He's the one with the balls on him. He was this
Yeah.
hidden character with
Did
meat.
he have an actual name, though? Or it's
Mocap.
just called mocap.
That was mocap. Yeah, I remember mocap.
Yeah,
I'll
you
give
win, man.
I'll give it to
Mike
you.
wins. Mike wins.
I'm
Way to go,
close.
Mike.
Hey, I gotta, yeah, so good, Mike. So you'll get to end the show like usual. So that's it for me. So I'm going to hand it over to the winner so he could tell us his news, Mike.
It's all. I like to think of this as all of our news. You know, first and foremost. So hey guys, this is what went down this week in the video gaming news world. So on the docket today, not a whole lot of topics. So we do have the ongoing fight of Apple and Epic. You know, that shit's still going down.
But we know Tim want to go in on that.
Also, the Switch apparently is coming out with another 4K. They're coming out with a new model,
I think that's
4K
a
model.
lie. I think that's a lie.
There is news too of Halo Infinite possibly not being released on Xbox One. And then we'll go through the Gamescom. Dre, I think that you had the best idea. We could just go through that individually and just kind of talk about what we liked from the show. But first off, let's talk about this Epic Apple shit. Apparently a judge has ruled that Apple cannot get rid of other developers just because they're tied to Apple.
Yeah, the Unreal
Or because
Engine,
they're
you can't
just
get
because
rid
they're
of that.
tied to Epic. So
Yeah.
so like for instance, Samurai Jack came out last week, and that's Epic Games, and that's also on the Apple App Store or the Games Arcade or whatever. So if all this shit would have went down, that game wouldn't have been possible, or it would have went away, or wouldn't have got updated or whatever. But anyways, Dre, I'll go ahead. Or actually, you know what? X Dre on this one a little bit. We'll nix him.
Yeah, I spoken enough.
Timothy Leo, give us what you think about this Epic and Apple shit.
And so, like, it really it sucks because the people who are really impacted by this is the players, because now anybody playing on an Apple device is basically in stasis, and they don't get the new content that came out either today or tomorrow. I mean, if you're still playing Fortnite, that is. But also, like, you know what I'm saying, you miss out on the crossplay. So and when don't get me wrong, from Epic's point of view, they're right. You know what I'm saying? Like, Apple is monopolizing the in-app purchases, and why should we have to pay 20% off every sale just because we're offering, you know, our media on your medium? But at the same time, from Apple's point of view, it's like their brand is them having the source control over whatever media is on their medium. So it's like, where I would like to see this play out, it's like one of those things where if you are part of the PC master race, you would be like, yeah, this is why I don't play Apple. I don't use Apple, you know, stuff, or only for, you know, like, work or anything like that, because like with Apple there's no open source. You have to go through them for everything. It's a monopoly, it's centralized. So I mean, the reason that, you know, with Epic fighting back, I completely understand it, but at the same time it doesn't hurt anybody, because like this isn't something where Epic is like, yeah, we don't have enough money and they're really hurting our bottom line. It's something where they're just like tired of the middleman, and I understand that.
All right, that's nice. You're right. You're right about a lot of that. You're right about, you know what I mean. I agree with you. Dre, as far as Epic, or as far as Apple not allowing Unreal to be a part of the App Store, now that that's said, now that that's been said, that that's not going to happen, that all of the developers connected to Epic will be allowed to be on Apple. How could that have changed the gaming world? Like, how bad could that have went?
Man, that would have been epic. In other lack of a fucking better term to use, because it's like, how many games that we play today are on an Unreal Engine? You know,
True.
like mostly everything we fucking play today is on a fucking Unreal Engine
Unless it's
nowadays.
Rockstar.
Yeah, even them. Like imagine if they put a Grand Theft Auto or Red Dead on iPhone and you couldn't play that shit anymore. Especially after how much money you probably put into it with microtransactions and shit. When you playing games on a phone, you're playing with microtransactions. That's the only reason people put their games on phones, because there's not one game out there that don't ask you. Well, you know what? I'm lying, because I play this Dungeons and Dragons game every day and they don't ask me for shit. But there are a majority of the damn games that ask for money. And Apple just wants their cut. That's the reason I don't fuck with Apple no more, is because of how they monopolize everything. Everything has to go through them. Well, at least with Google, you could go, or Android, you could go, and even if you could play your Super Nintendo games on your fucking Android phone right now, Apple would never allow that shit to go down on a fucking phone. You could play fucking regular Nintendo, your Atari games on your Android phone, but I think that's why Epic was ready to go to war with Apple. They didn't care what Google did, because Google also took them down. And Tim, they actually take a 30% cut. So it's like a 30% cut, but everybody does that.
Everybody
Google takes
does.
30%.
Yeah, I'm not, but still, it's just.
Yeah, but Apple is just the place that everybody has to just pay them. That's just the problem, is that everybody has to just pay Apple. but Apple thinks that they're so damn good right now. And the Apple Arcade has been getting good reviews, but show me one game that's made the gaming addict Dre want to go and get an Apple Arcade. Not one fucking game has come out on Apple Arcade that made me want to get it. And if I don't feel like it's necessary, I don't think it's that fucking good. But I'll go out and purchase anything. I'll go buy an Apple phone just for a fucking Apple Arcade if I feel there was one game I had to play on it. So
You would?
yeah, that's all it takes. One fucking game, and I'll go buy a whole new phone just to play that fucking game, or Apple TV, whatever the fuck, just to play
Nice.
the damn one fucking game that I want to play. Like I'm
All right,
debating
there,
getting a
money
fucking.
bags McGee.
I'm just here thinking of getting a Valve Index just for Half-Life Alex, but
Me
I'm
too.
holding out hope that it comes to Oculus Quest, so I don't have to worry about doing all that. So I'm trying to forget that game ever existed, but. I understand the war that's going on right now. Like I said, it's just basically trillionaires versus billionaires, and it is what it is. However the outcome is, it doesn't matter. I'm an Android family. My son told me when I made fun of him that he can't update his Fortnite on his phone. He's like, it doesn't matter, Dad, because you buy Fortnite and all the shit I need on. Well, he didn't use the word shit. He used all the stuff I need on fucking PlayStation and Xbox anyway. So he don't need his Fortnite on his fucking phone.
And they
because,
still got crossplay.
yeah,
So.
it's cross. Yeah, but well, no, they don't get the crossplay no more because then they're gonna.
No, I'm talking about Xbox and PlayStation.
Oh yeah, all of that stuff. Yeah, they still get the Apple. People who downloaded Fortnite already still get to play Fortnite. They just don't get no updates. But if you never downloaded Fortnite on your phone, you're not getting to download it now on your.
But see, that's the
iPhone.
thing that sucks about this season is when all the Marvel characters are coming out.
And they did that on purpose. I think they did that
of course.
Yep, they definitely did that shit on purpose. Cause me and my son were playing Fortnite earlier today, and I'm mad because I was like, let me see on that battle pass how far they put Wolverine. And of course, you have to make it to level 95 before you can unlock fucking Wolverine on that battle pass. They give everybody Thor from the get-go because Thor, of course, is the one that kids ain't really gonna care much about. Wolverine, you got to go to level 95 to fucking.
Or just spend $200. One of the two.
Or wait till the season's over and give them an extra $25, and here's your Wolverine skin. But
oh my god,
I'm done.
$25 Wolverine skin.
All right, Dre's done. Are we putting this to rest and just gonna wait for next week when for sure there's gonna be some more fucking Apple and Epic news?
Yes.
All right. So next on the docket of discussion of the news and the games this week, we have I kind of like this news. So Switch is coming out with a new console. Really the only thing and it's supposed to be a better console. So it's like the PS Pro or the Xbox One X. It's their big bad boy.
I don't believe
so 4K and yada yada. We'll talk about what else we'd like to add to that. But what I like about this is what this tells me is that Nintendo is saying the Switch is going to be in the game for a while.
It is.
That we've got at least 5-6 more years of doing what we're doing. So, which is great news for me because the Switch has been amazing.
They upgraded the graphics because all they got to do is say Mario, Zelda, Kirby.
So that's
Smash.
That's what I think I'll leave for you guys. Maybe you guys can tell me what you'd like to see added. And maybe you can tell me too, because what I also think is that the reason that they're not releasing some big titles is because they're probably waiting on this thing. But Dre, you go ahead. You start me off. What do you think? How do you feel about the Switch
Breath of the Wild
4K
2 this year, like they promised? Is probably because of this goddamn thing. That's probably why we ain't getting no Breath of the Wild 2, even though I still ain't beat Breath of the Wild 1. But that's a whole fucking conversation for another goddamn day because I'm just too damn lazy to go through all that shit and my weapons breaking every fucking 5 minutes. But other than that, I still don't believe it's gonna be 4K. I think maybe they'll update the graphics or some shit like that, whatever, better battery life, blah blah blah.
Yes.
It's like, do we need it to be 4K?
We don't. And
no.
Nintendo does not give a fuck about graphics. Nintendo does not care. They will wait another 10 years before they go into 4K, in my opinion, because all they know, because we the people, enable them. They do not give a fuck. They're just gonna say, hey, yeah, we got this new system. It has better power. It could maybe load faster. Hey, maybe, hey, you buy this system. Hey, guess what? No more waiting for your online Animal Crossing mode to go online when you're online already in this game, because this system could do better, but hopefully if they bring 4K, cool, whatever. They got to show me something special before I go, because I just fucking had to buy Switches for the rest of my goddamn family. Now every single body in my damn house has a damn Switch. So
Damn.
if they make me go and fucking have to buy a goddamn fifth one, I'm gonna be tight.
Really?
No, I'm not gonna be tight, but I'm just gonna be. It'll be for me, Fuck it, it's gonna be for me. So it ain't gonna be for nobody else in this house. But I just say, just it has to be something very hardcore for me to say I'm gonna go and buy another Switch, because in my opinion, I don't know what they could do. Hey, the most they could do to make us buy this is announce it and then show us Breath of the Wild 2 in 4K, and then everybody's gonna say, "Boop, yeah, Nintendo, take my ass."
Take my ass.
Take
Take
my
my ass.
ass.
Yep, take my ass and just fuck me
Mm.
over, because they're only
Yeesh.
gonna
Wait,
use.
so is
They're
that how
only
you
gonna
pay?
utilize its power.
Is
Nah,
that how you pay for all the
preferred
consoles?
method.
No,
Apologize.
they're only gonna utilize the Switch in 4K for first party games. They will
Yeah.
not utilize it for anything else.
No.
Mm,
Hey, Eric. So you're a Switch guy. What would you like to see added for a
I don't know.
bigger, better console?
I don't know. I mean, graphics would be nice, but so would less load screens. That would be better too.
Yes.
And yeah, Breath of the Wild too. I mean, I don't know if I'd give my ass for that, but I'd probably get a big erection.
Maybe $60.
Yeah, $60. But yeah, that would be nice. I mean, how about just Breath of the Wild too? You don't have to do anything to the consoles. Just give me that.
Exactly.
Tim, Leo, what would you like to add to it, man?
so, I don't know. I got sanctified and anointed in the what is that, the Nintendo Switch, to where, like, in my opinion, they don't need anything new, but they do, because
Yeah.
this new console cycle, you're gonna like, we don't know where we know what we want with next gen, we don't know what we're getting with next gen. And so, like, we have to think about it, like the Switch itself, the predecessor of the Wii. I mean, I'm sorry, the Wii U. Like, the fact that you can take that on the go, but also have the same graphics. You know what I'm saying? When you put it on your TV, like, I want 4K, but I don't necessarily need 4K. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because of the games that are played on it are usually fun, are usually, light and color. They're not really focused on realism. Where 4K, or like, usually with 4K, that's what you're going for, unless you're getting like cartoon cell shading. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
Borderlands, for instance.
Yep.
But, like, outside of that, I just, like, to me, Nintendo doesn't need 4K. I would just want them to keep with this, especially with, like, in the pandemic, like, they were on, the Switches were sold out everywhere. So it's like, right now, I would more so like them to put more money in game development and getting, you know what I'm saying, because they're, even though they have their core AAA titles, I would want this to be something where now they, like, just start churning out games for the Switch, because the Switch works. If
Yeah.
anything, the only thing that I would want them to maybe tweak is the online accessibility and the battery life. But other than that, as far as the core of it being a handheld slash console, it works perfectly. It honestly works too well, to where, like you said, like Dre said, he had to buy everybody their own Switch when you only need really one, and then, everybody gets a light. But still, the fact that people are willing to buy the Switch and the Switch Lite, it's really more successful than people wanting to buy the PS3 and the Vita,
Yeah, it is. Definitely.
Mhm.
and that had crossplay
And
also.
the thing too that gets to me is that now when we play our switches on the go more than we play it on the TV.
On the
When you
TV.
play it on your Switch on the go, it's at 720p. Or you have to have it plugged into the TV to play 1080. So what makes you think we're gonna get a Switch that's letting us go 4K on the go?
4K.
Right.
We ain't
And
getting
then
no 4K on
and
the
how
go.
much and then the price, like it, I mean, just them dropping that kind of doesn't make sense, because then where's the price point? Because it's
Yeah,
like don't get me wrong, where a $300 to $400 Switch, it's like uh but a $500 Switch is like, come on, like you guys
it's gonna
don't
happen.
bring out like other than it's like the thing of why you like PC is because you could play any type of game. You could play a game, you could play the game as a dust ball, and the graphics are going to be great. With consoles, PlayStation, Xbox, you get nice one player games or multiplayer games where you're able to grasp, with a controller. With Wii is real. I mean, with Nintendo is about fun and being on the go. They should just, and that is their strength. And there's no reason to stray away from that. They want the younger audiences, which they'll always have, but also they'll have the lifelong placement, because who doesn't want that nostalgia of playing Super Mario Brothers, especially with the Nintendo Game Pass kind of being a little bit better than everyone else's, because again, you have a console that you can plug up to the TV, then take on the go, and you're not only taking Pokemon and whatever you have saved on there, you're taking 13280, you know what I'm saying, Super NES game library.
Yep.
It's just, and that's on call at any time. So it's
Right.
just like,
I'm not gonna
that's what
let
I'm
you
saying. Like
disrespect
for
my
the
Game
4K,
Pass.
I
My
understand.
Game Pass is still better, man. My Game
Ex-
Pass.
oh no, true, but you can't, like, you don't take your Xbox and be like, oh,
You
let's
can.
plug this up
Oh
on
yeah,
the.
you can.
X
You
Cloud. X
can,
Cloud.
you can, but I'm just saying, the Switch is
So
all in one. It's just the perfect meal.
so yeah, I agree. I agree with everything that you're saying. I think the only things, and we don't got to go into great discussion with this, but I think the only things, and I'm actually surprised you guys left this out because it was brought up in the Facebook group, but Bluetooth.
Mm,
Oh yeah.
Bluetooth would be
mm,
great. Get my Bluetooth
yeah,
headphones going, get
yeah.
my Bluetooth controllers going. That would be
Nice,
awesome.
way to go, man. Way to
Um,
go.
Another thing, Eric, I think that was a great point that you brought up. Processor, get a stronger processor.
Yeah.
Let's get
Hmm.
through these loading screens faster. Let's throw some money in our internet, our online, infrastructure. Let's throw some money there.
If they tell me that internet is the only thing that they improved on and we don't got to worry about load times
That's a
anymore,
lot.
and if they tell me I don't have to worry about load times and people loading into my Animal Crossing game, I'll go hard on Animal
Mm,
Crossing.
So
I'll go hard on
me
Animal
personally,
Crossing.
because one thing I've been doing more just with the Gamerish group, what I'd really like to see is a different controller and like a share broadcast button.
Yeah, that would be great too.
mm,
That would be the shit. So if we got Bluetooth and we could broadcast and we could actually stream and do some shit like that with the Switch, that would be cool.
mm.
Nonetheless, I digress. The next topic, and I don't think we'll probably go very long into this because I think maybe just Dre and myself are Halo guys, and I'm sorry if I'm selling you short, Tim. You might be. I could be wrong on that.
I like Halo, but I feel you.
But Halo Infinite. So they did their Xbox reveal deal, and Halo Infinite bombed. We've talked about this. We've been in great discussion for this, but was not received well. So then a couple of days later, we found out that that game would be pushed back. It would be delayed. And now there are tons of rumors coming out and saying that, you know what? Halo Infinite might not be on the Xbox One at all. Me personally, I don't know if I care. I did want to play it on the Xbox One. That would have been a reason to stay on this system longer. But if it comes to Series X and that's all it's on, then I'm just gonna go play it on a Series X. But Dre, what do you think? Is it a
One,
mistake not having them on both, or do you give a shit?
it'll be a big mistake because they already promised it, but I believe it's coming on all consoles. 1343 already came on Twitter and said that they don't know who came up with this rumor, but it's not true. They don't know what they released that made people think
There's a
that
lot of people
it's
saying
not
it.
coming. It's a lot of people, but I don't believe. I think it's coming. Xbox One also, especially since it's gonna be on Game Pass. Game Pass, like Game Pass. We have Game Pass, PlayStation fans, because this is the one thing you guys were icking about, or like, oh, I saw it in the PlayStation group. Oh, Halo might not come out for both systems. They made this a topic in one of the PlayStation groups I was in, and I'm just like, here you go. Here's the developers themselves saying that this is not going to fucking happen. It's coming out on both consoles, and I still believe it's coming out on both consoles. Coming out on Game Pass, which means we're getting it on PC. Means you're gonna get it on your Xbox One as long as Game Pass is available on Xbox One. We're getting it on Xbox One. You're gonna get it on your PC, and we're gonna get it on Series X. So I'm not falling into these rumors. I won't believe it. It's not like I have a stake in this because I'll have a Series X by the time the game comes out. But I'm just telling y'all now, this is coming out on fucking Game Pass, man, and it'll be on everything: PC, Xbox One, and Series X. Boom. No
Okay.
complaints from me.
Tim Leo, do you think it will make a difference?
Yeah, and this is because I believe the last Halo game that came out that was supposed to that was supposed to have the remasters on them. Like I remember the matchmaking on that was dismal. So and then like you don't want them to turn this into a money grab where they put a really revamped awesome game out at the tail end of a console cycle, and then we're not sure if Bungie's gonna be like, hey, we're gonna give you the free upgrade, and that is a big deal for games that come out right now. Like for them, even Ghost of Tsushima, it's like when these new consoles come out, are you going to give us the upgraded version free? Do we have to if we do buy it, what is this new content that's going to come with it? As far as Halo is concerned, I believe I feel like the only reason why people weren't so happy about it is because you got to think about what like Bungie has gone through since Halo really first came out. Like, don't get me wrong, where the Destiny, where they like really hit Destiny out of the park, that has kind of like tarnished what they've done as far as world bending, because Destiny now kind of feels like just a grind for no reason. Like it's like
Hey,
no, I'm not making. I'm not trying to, because I understand that it's like Bungie. Bungie that's doing Halo is not the same Bungie that's doing Destiny. But I'm just saying, like Halo at this point, especially Halo Infinite, the core game, the core gamers, and the cult following is out there. Even though it wasn't well received, I believe it's just because of the time where or what was showed. Because right now, I'm willing to play just about anything because Cyberpunk isn't out yet.
right? Good point.
And so if Halo Infinite came out right like in between or even after Cyberpunk comes out, like there's really no hard hitting games that are coming out. Like even because like when you think about it, especially with the Xbox and PlayStation, this next gen or this gen was really rode hard with FPSs. Now with battle royales and people really wanting, especially with games like what is Fallout, yeah, with
Okay.
Fallout, it's just
Yeah, another games of service.
it's one of those things where people want to either have fun or they want to have a character that they're able to build. And Halo is just, I mean, it's one of those things where what are they going to put into this game where it's just not me going around shooting aliens, or it at least gives more depth to the canon of Halo. You know what I'm saying? Either to the story or what's going on or to the world bending building. That's what made Halo so awesome, was when you played this and like found out about Master Chief and the rings. It was just a captivating story. So I don't feel like it'll ever like go where people aren't interested in it. It's just what they're showing with this game or what they were showing with Halo Infinite really wasn't that interesting.
Okay.
Blame you,
Eric, do
Tim.
you give a shit?
I blame you. You're
Nope.
part of these
Nope.
people.
I don't give a shit.
Mm.
All right, so next on the docket, guys, was Gamescom was today. Dre, I'm trying to look it up on my phone, but I can't find the name of it, and it's a real simple name. But the one game, actually, it was released on Switch today, and it looked like a testicle with arms.
Oh, the Shadow Drop game. I got it here. It's struggling.
Struggling, yeah, and that game looked like it was struggling. I want to play that game. It looked nasty. There was a unicorn shitting. There was all kinds of crazy shit going on.
I was like, what the fuck is this? This looks like a fucking Rick and Morty episode where they have people with the fucking arms on their head, or the women with the arms on their head, and then they're on the planet trying to get the people to stop loving Rick, and he keeps transforming humans into different species and shit. And that episode is exactly what that fucking video game looks like it came from.
So I definitely want to play that. I thought I'm more interested in Cold War by watching this trailer than I was before. And you guys know Black Ops is my favorite COD game. The first Black Ops.
Jason.
Yep. Reznikov, all that good shit. Woods, Ice Cube. Today was a good day. So that, man, you were talking about Half-Life Alyx, but that's a whole nother reason to get VR is this Medal of Honor game. That looked pretty decent.
Yeah,
That looked decent.
On it. I was iffy on it. I'm thinking that's looking like a 6 to me right now. It's looking like a 6.
Other than that, a big takeaway was there was too much Warcraft or whatever, that Warhammer. Too much fucking Warhammer. Too much. They could have cut 45 minutes of just Warhammer from that shit. The medieval shit, the future shit, just too much Warhammer shit. Had my fill. But yeah, dude, we got a Fall Guys season 2. Medieval, that shit looks pretty tight. You're moving objects about that. But Dre, tell me about the games that you were interested in.
Oh, me. Let's see, cause I got the list of every single fucking game that was.
I know you do.
So first in their pre-show, and sorry for the noise, that's my fucking drink machine fucking mixing shit. But Quantum Error, which was on the pre-show. Holla at my boy Kyle Bossman for being part of that. My man from
he was back. That was cool.
I love my man Kyle Bossman. Was my favorite Easy Ally. Quantum Error first-person horror shooter looks promising. Then they had that Dirt 5 Playground. Kind of the neat course editor and everything. I think that should be fun. I was thinking how me and my kids will probably have some fun with that. Of course, the Black Ops I was fine with. That Unknown 9, I'm iffy on.
But they just no gameplay, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Just that little thing trailer, so I wasn't sure. Dragon Age, I know I'm gonna love, and even though it was just concept art.
How long away do you think we are? How far out?
2020, 22, 2020.
I think almost 23.
Yeah, 23.
I think 23. I'm thinking.
But 20. Yeah, I'm all about that shit.
You know, but Dragon Age, yeah, they was talking about how we're gonna get a character that doesn't have any power from the get-go and shit. So it's gonna be interesting to see how we get power in the game and shit like that, unless that's just one of many storylines.
At first, when you saw the javelin, did you think they were going to be talking about Anthem?
At first, yes. It's funny because I did think that. I was like, yo, Anthem? Is this Anthem? Because I was at this point, I was watching at work and I was watching on mute. And so I was like, all right, this looks like Anthem. But then when I saw his fucking Dragon Age, I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, that was way more exciting.
Yeah, way more excited. That the Walking Dead bridge constructor looked like stupid.
Looked like
shit.
The worst game.
Yeah, I'm like, why even show this shit? Because this drop this shit and see how many people fucking are stupid enough to.
I'd rather spend $60 on fucking Play-Doh. You know what I mean?
And then what was it? They had that stupid skit for Crash Bandicoot, which was not needed. I didn't like that. That Outriders game, I was iffy on that.
Oh yeah.
I was iffy on that until today. I saw that gameplay, like magic and shooting,
That
and
looked like some good
plays
shooting.
co-op. Like we could stream that shit as a crew.
Yeah, that looked like some
That
good ass
definitely
shooting.
looks like something we could stream right there. Um, let's see. They had that game, that bank robber game, Tear Down, which looked like a Minecraft clone at
Yeah, that
first. I thought
Minecraft
it was
was
like,
cool. That looked.
yeah, I
Yeah.
thought it was like a Minecraft game for next gen until they said it's like a bank robber game in the
But you gotta like
Minecraft
set. You
world.
gotta set the stage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you build it up and see how you get stuff. So that looked good. Little Nightmares 2 was okay because I would have never brought it up, but because Stadia gave me part one for free, I finally got to play Little Nightmares, so I know it's not a bad game. You just
Okay.
have to be able to go through a lot of obstacles and puzzles, which I wish out of nowhere, of course, I wish there was an easy mode for that game, but there isn't because I wanted to just get through that fucking shit. Um, Star Wars Squadrons look good,
Yeah.
except for the VR part. The VR that they started off with looked like a fucking Super Nintendo game. It looked
Star
like Star
Fox.
Fox, at least on N64. It looked like Star Fox on
I thought the
N64.
same thing.
Yeah, I was like, yo, straight up Star Fox in their VR mode. But when they went back to regular gen graphics and shit, I was like, all right,
Yeah.
this
It
looks
felt like
good.
Rogue Squadron a little bit.
Yeah, so hey,
Yeah.
you have EA access. If you have EA access, you'll get to play it 5 days before it releases. So you could try it out and not have to spend any money on it for 10 hours. So that's a good thing for us, Mike. I don't know if you got it, Tim. Yeah,
$5.
we'll
All right.
at least get to try it. I'll definitely stream that so people can see want to play it or not. Um,
Sure.
The Sims Journey to Batu. That was unexpected.
Very.
Very unexpected. I know you had something to say about that on the Facebook page. What do you think about them adding Star Wars to the Sims?
Why? That's my. I have no fucking idea why it was.
Dollar grab, man.
I watched that shit and I was like, what the fuck? Like, God, they're really reaching for money, man.
Yes.
Yes,
It's crazy.
you build houses on distant planets now and shit.
Well, I
But when
thought
you think
could-
about it, that's not that bad of a crossover, honestly.
It's not that bad, but it's still out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, it was. I thought though that you can build houses that look like. I don't know if you could actually build it on distant planets.
Oh yeah, you're probably right. Cause I was writing at the same time as I was watching, so I just looked up and I saw the house building. So you could be right.
It's
All right,
so
any-
weird, man.
Anything else that Andre stick out?
This damn Godfall. Why did they show that 2 minutes of God? That made no sense.
I don't know. The more I see it, actually, the less I
was
think I want to
stupid.
play it. They need to
That
just
was-
really.
they need to stop revealing that game.
That game,
it-
the most interesting game to me during this was 12 minutes. Oh, no, not 12 minutes, because that's the time loop game. I said I was interested in that before, where you're playing as that guy in his apartment and
Yep.
different things happen. But there's another time limit game, Lemnis Gate. When you have 25 seconds to do anything on the board, and then you rewind, and then the next person plays, and I guess they try to kill you based on what you're doing, or I don't know how it goes, but everyone has 25 seconds. They said it's a real-time strategy game. Everyone has 25 seconds to do something on the board, and then the next person goes, and you either die or you live, depending on what you do on the board. So we'll see how that goes, but I was intrigued in that. Warframe expansion came out, and Tim, I wanted to ask you, do you play Warframe? Because Warframe is looking better and better to me with every expansion, but I'd never have it in me to download the game.
Okay, so I played Warframe on PlayStation. Well, yeah, on PlayStation 4, but that was the game I picked up counter to Destiny. And so where I would say like Warframe is really awesome, especially since it's free to play. It's like it was too out there for me, if that makes any
That's
sense.
what I think I feel.
Yeah.
Because I downloaded
Like,
it and I couldn't play more than 2 rounds.
But also like going around like doing the stuff is like where I like it. Don't get me wrong, because like that game is has a really great community, and it really is. I say it really is the kind. You know how like Elite Dangerous is like the more serious space sim than No Man's Sky. Then this would be like I would say this is the same comparison to. Warframe is the same comparison to Destiny. It's just way more serious. Like if you're making the sword will really it'll take 2 days to make in Warframe. Whereas you know what I'm saying like
Ooh,
And I'm guessing that's where microtransactions come into play if you want to
yeah
speed
speed that
yeah
up.
you can speed it up. You can speed it up, or if you have
Got
different
him.
boots or whatever. But don't get me wrong, and it makes sense. But like Warframe is there's just like that game does give you a lot. It's just so esoteric. It's just so I don't want to say esoteric, but it's just so like oddball. It hasn't kept me going.
Okay.
Like I've downloaded on 2 different occasions, but it's just like this is nothing that I like. I'm like, yeah, this got to stay on
Every
the PlayStation.
expansion that comes out, I download it, and then it's just like I don't play it. I just
Don't
like
play it
the expansion
exactly.
looks good, but I feel like I'm a fish out of water because all these people that are on it have been on it since like day one
Yeah,
and
yeah.
got all that shit from season one up till now. And here I
And it
am.
really makes a difference in that game. It really makes a difference.
Yeah, it's like when I'm bringing my son into Destiny right now, Destiny 2, and it's like I'm rushing him right now because he's about to lose all this content. And I'm like,
Yep.
yo, we gotta play because you're about to lose like
Yeah, there's a
more
major sunset
lives.
going on.
Yeah, there's about like 3 DLC sets of content we're about to lose in Destiny in November. And I'm telling my son, like,
Wow, real
Yeah,
jeez.
there's
yeah,
sunset and everything except for this season.
yeah. And I'm like, we
Dang.
gotta go through like 2 years worth of content real quick, son. Like so you can catch up to me and Mike and
Vault
be
them.
part of this thing. And
Yeah,
so
you could vault them.
yeah, and so yeah, we could do that. I could do that and just level him up, but I want him to see the story. I don't want him to be one of those kids that skip every cutscene and don't know what the fuck's going on and have
Yeah,
the
because he's one of those like his generation doesn't have YouTube.
I
Oh
know,
my
I know,
god.
but I know he's like that too. He has the YouTube, but I didn't want him to be that Thanos meme, like, I don't even know who you are.
Yeah,
You
word.
know? Like,
I've been playing
so
this game for 5 years and don't know
Hey,
the main character.
Tim Leo, was there any other games that stuck out for you?
Nah, I mean, because it seems, in my opinion, it seems like really mobile is getting way more focused, if you will. Like the only game I'm really looking forward to is Cyberpunk. Like all the other games where I understand they're coming out and they have good premises. Like Cyberpunk to me is gonna be where I feel like
Yeah.
the the what is it the tide marker is
Yeah,
gonna like
absolutely.
because
It's
it's
since
I
we
think
got
it's
back
gonna
on
I think
that
it's gonna
topic,
encapsulate the entire gaming world. I mean, it's gonna take us
because
all.
when I saw The Witcher 3, when I first saw that game, I was just like, man, this is a beautiful game. But then playing it, I was like, yo, CD Project, like that game stood out, and so like this game I see doing the same thing because again, that's what I was saying for like this core of this generation's next gen has been FPSs. For us to end on this open world FPS that touts at being open world is just something that I like. I like where you got it in Far Cry. I'm hoping they take it to the next level.
Yeah, they
That
will.
like unfortunately Far Cry wasn't able to do.
the game
Where
of the year.
you had the interaction in Far Cry. Don't get me wrong, especially like we already touched on with the animals and stuff. But it's just like I'm looking at Cyberpunk, especially with it being in an urban environment, like just really offering us a glimpse at what body modification and cybernetics can do. And it's just like to me that I don't know. There's no other game like Paper Mario, like all the games. Excuse me, sorry, that I was looking forward to are already out.
Yep.
And so like the new game is like for me to say I'm waiting for games now on current gen. It's like because I really want to see what the haptic. Yeah, it's just so much going on that I really want to see what the PlayStation 5 is gonna bring, but it gives you that lull of like when the PlayStation 4 came out. Do I want to keep playing these games on PlayStation 3 and there's nothing wrong with this console, nothing wrong with these games, or do I want to go ahead and go to the PlayStation 5 and only play like a corral of maybe 5 games? Because I think one of the drop games for PlayStation 5 is the Star Wars Squadrons, and I'm kind of is it the Star Wars Squadrons? I think that's one of the the launch games.
No, I think that's drops like
coming
next
out on
month.
it.
I
That's
think.
Oh,
coming
it's
out
next month.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, all right. So that will bring our gaming news to.
No, it's not done. I'm not done.
You're not done with what?
No.
Man, we got to answer the group weeks question.
We got that, but what about Mafia? You didn't like that trailer?
Oh, I did. I did.
Yeah,
Mafia. Mafia looked real good. That
You're
delay
right.
did it some
He's
justice.
right.
That damn delay did it some fucking justice.
Dre's right
the first
again.
one? Is it the remaster?
They
of the first one?
remastered the first one. Yeah.
The first one.
The cars looked cold.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. And the first Mafia was really good.
It was great.
I really liked it.
It was great for its time. I
Yeah.
mean, at that time, Xbox had Mafia pretty much. I mean, it was on
Yeah.
PlayStation, but PlayStation had, they had Rockstar. You know what I mean? They had Grand Theft Auto. Xbox wasn't playing Grand Theft Auto in the beginning, if you guys remember.
That's true.
But us Xbox guys, we was playing Mafia, and it was a whole lot of fun.
We got that Destiny 2 the powers, basically what us classes powers are gonna get. So Destiny 2, the warlocks get the shade binder, which basically you put out this fucking stick and it turns everyone to frost around. The hunters get the revenant, which I didn't really pay attention to their power because everyone just says fuck hunters. And
Hey.
But Titans, of course, got I feel like they didn't get the best power, but they got the most powerful power.
They always do.
Yeah, I know. They always get the most powerful fucking power.
Always get the shoulder charge and some bullshit.
Throw up this fucking ice wall, jump over it, and just slam on everybody that's behind the fucking wall.
That's cool. So in the season, fucking Titans just get to be.
Exactly.
God.
Get to be fucking Fortnite. That's cool.
Again,
yeah.
It's crazy. Other than that, I just wanted to say because we started this at the beginning of the pod, or before at the beginning of our live broadcast, people probably heard us talking about them giving awards and then them giving the best PlayStation game to Cyberpunk as if it's a PlayStation exclusive. It's even on Stadia. So how the fuck do you give a game that's even on Stadia as a PlayStation award? That makes no fucking sense to me when you have The Last of Us and Ghost of Tsushima out there. I don't know why the fuck they made that decision. If this was Jeff Keighley's decision to do this, he's just as dumb as his ass looks, because I fucking hate Jeff Keighley.
I'm not a fan.
Jeez.
Not a fan.
I hate him. Everyone talks about how much of an asshole he is behind closed doors, which at least people know he's an asshole and they say it, instead of these stars that we all glorify and think that are nice or that are really assholes too. But other than that, to digress, last of all, we saw that Ratchet and Clank, which the graphics were nice as usual, but hey, I'm never fuck with Ratchet and Clank like that.
Really?
So, unless I get the game on discounted for my people and I'll sell it to you guys and give it away on the Gamerish channel, which I'll probably be doing, then I'm probably only going to play it if there's a limited amount of PlayStation 5 launch titles. It looked good, but I can never finish a Ratchet and Clank game. Never keeps me.
Really? They're pretty good. I mean, they're kiddie, but
I played them all, but none of them keep me, man. I could play it for about a week and then I'm just like tired of this. You know what I think I get tired of with Ratchet and Clank is the constant switching of all the weapons you have.
Yeah.
I think that's what irritates me. Like, I feel like you have so many weapons that not to use all of them will be a waste of your money in purchasing this game. So I have this thing in my head where I'm like, oh, this many enemies, I have to switch to this weapon, even though I know I could just go and knock them all out with the wrench. But I just feel like
That
game
is true.
makes me do more than I want to do because of my mentality, you know. So that's just me, though. I know it's a great franchise. They wouldn't still be around if they weren't good. But to me, if it's not one, because I think PlayStation 5 is only going to launch with like 8 games,
Yeah.
and if this is just one of the only new games I get to play, I'm buying it. But if I have options, then I'll leave this one till it's on a discount in the PlayStation Store. Question of the week.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, sorry about that.
You're good.
So, you ready? So, the question of the week was, what is the worst game you have ever played? And we got some answers from Discord. So, does anyone know who I Am God's MVP 08 is?
We all know who that is. That's Charlie Bradford.
All right. So, he actually gave a pretty good answer, and he said, Road to Hell. And then he said he really doesn't need to explain why.
No.
I forgot about that game, man. I remember that was on a lot of like worst of lists. And I looked at it. The Metacritic never went above 19 out of 100. So that's pretty fucking bad.
Yeah, it is. I played that game. It sucked.
Yeah.
You're a motorcycle. You're like a motorcycle gang
Club,
members.
Yeah. And
It's not good.
There's like a scene where you're having sex with the woman and like you're both fully clothed or some shit like that. It's pretty shitty.
It's pretty hardcore.
Some dry humpage.
Yeah. So Felice Chat said Anthem, and then she also said Halo 4, because Halo, all those damn microtransactions, they tried to make it more like an RPG.
Yes.
Also, it wasn't made by the same people, so it was like they were simply trying to milk the money cow. And then she went on.
I have one thing to say about that.
Go ahead.
I could be wrong. I could totally be wrong about this. And Felice Cat, please, you know what I mean? DM me, hit me up on Facebook.
Returning next week, she's coming back.
Okay, Naomi, Kami, Naomi, we will talk about this because I think you're talking about 5, Halo 5 Guardian.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of 4, and I'm like, I can't.
4's pretty good.
Yeah, 4 is pretty good, but that was before the microtransactions, though.
5 is garbage trash.
Yeah.
That was 543 second take at Halo, and I think that's what you're talking about. Maybe not. I could be wrong. Maybe you just really straight up hate 4.
Maybe. And then she explained Anthem because the game I bought wasn't anything remotely similar to the game I played at GameStop's conference. Waste of money since I got it on launch day.
Yep. Definitely.
Who that?
Man.
What?
Go ahead, Dre. You can take this. I took the last one. You take this one.
Remember about Anthem and how I shitted on this game, and remember when we were doing just a drink in a game podcast back in those days and I used to tell you guys all the time on a drink in a game podcast, you guys could look that old podcast up on your Spotify. It's still there. When it was just me and Eric, and it was just like I used to say this game is gonna be the biggest disappointment of the year. It's gonna be one of the shittiest games that ever came out. But then when the game came out, I enjoyed it. It was still a shitty game.
The betas were so good.
Yeah, the beta was badass.
They were so good.
Like, this game, it has no replayability after a certain point, but
they stopped making content.
And I was just like, but this has something there. The game I just hope when they relaunch this game, it gets to that Final Fantasy 14 level. You know, I just hope it gets there.
So you played Marvel Avengers, right?
Yeah.
Tell me, Anthem does Iron Man better than Avengers does Iron Man.
Of course, with the flying, yeah. Anthem definitely does. They should have just talked to them and said, hey, can we use this? You know, they should have just did that. But go ahead, Eric.
So who that then he seconded Anthem. He said played the beta and it was a buggy mess. Played a few hours, asked for a refund. Didn't even look at it again. I'm sure it played worse. I only have so much bandwidth that I only keep happy memories.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then Facebook, some guy named Michael, said Ghostbusters on NES. So Mike, so you bought the original one, right? And then you bought.
Well, I didn't buy it.
one...
I was probably like 8. You know.
Yeah. Well, okay. You
Well, I
played
played
the
it back then.
original,
And I couldn't
then-
figure it out back then.
and then you said once I was a kid and bought it as an adult.
Yeah.
Started it up and remembered. Oh yeah, this game sucks.
So there's like this square and it's got all these buildings and you're driving around and you're supposed to stop in these houses when they get haunted or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't ever figure that shit out.
Yeah.
And I played it as an adult. I was like, oh man, I forgot this fucking game. Like the cover art looks so good.
Yeah, it
Of
does.
course, yeah.
I was
that's-
excited to see it and I bought it. I'm like, ah man, this fucking game.
So I open it up to you, the other two. So Tim, what's the worst game you've ever played?
I would say Anthem only because of anticipation, but the worst game I ever played was like the remake of Splatterhouse. That
Oh yeah,
because I was looking forward to that, and then it like came and went so quickly.
Yeah.
I was just like, dang, and like now it's just like a horrible memory. Like
Yeah.
I don't even know why. Like because the premise of it was pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Like,
yeah.
like I mean, the more you get hurt, the more, you know what I'm saying, he's like gone. But it's just like it just came and went, and I was just like, dang, like I liked Splatterhouse when I was younger.
Yeah.
But like playing it again on the PlayStation 3, I just was not blown away.
Dre, what about you?
Trying to think of the games that I bought and I traded in the very next day, but they're not coming to my head right now. I guess that's how shitty they were.
Right.
But if
They're
I had to think
forgettable.
of when I was a kid, Eye of the Beholder for Super Nintendo. I remember telling my dad I need something that was gonna challenge me. I guess this is back when I cared about challenge, you know, and pop that shit in my Super Nintendo. It was like RPG. You get to pick your different armors and your swords, and you know, had that Dungeons and Dragons feel to it, but the game was just shitty, man. The corridors were so tight. The fucking monsters, like I'm swinging at them, you barely hit them, and then I keep dying, and I'm just like, yo, this game is either way too hard, or it's just shitty. So back then there was no places to trade in your game, so that game is still sitting in my fucking basement right now, looking at me whenever I go down there. But yeah, Eye of the Beholder on Super Nintendo had to be number one. If I had to think of something recently that disappointed the shit out of me, it would probably have to be Crackdown 3.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Because
Oh, man.
the delays that game gave and trying to hype us up. And
Yeah,
everything
man.
After how much fun
Why is
I
he
have with
skinny?
Crackdown 1 and 2. And then, yeah, Crackdown 3, me and my son countless times have tried to get through this game in co-op. And if my son can't enjoy it, there's no way I'm going to be able to fucking enjoy it again. So, Crackdown 3 is the most
Hey,
recent piece of
so guess what? Eye of the Beholder is a Dungeons and Dragons game.
which I didn't know as a kid. I didn't know.
Yeah. So mine, I had to think about this. Mine is a Nintendo game from 1989 called The Adventures of Bayou Billy. And I was 10 years old. I bought this game. I bought this game with another game, and they advertised it in fucking comic books. So of course I was like, oh, this looks great. I bring the game home. What a piece of shit this game is. It mixes. I had to look it up earlier because all I remember is how bad it was. It basically ripped off Double Dragon, but it added like driving and shooting. But I couldn't do the shooting because they didn't have like a gun. You needed a gun. You couldn't play like shooting games without the gun. And I swear I didn't play more than 20 minutes of this game every time I popped it in. It was fucking horrible. I was so disappointed, man. You should really look that up because it looks like a piece of shit. But yeah, I think that's it. So next week, Mike, you're doing next week's question, right?
Yep.
All
Yep.
right, so
Yep.
I'm good.
Okay, well then, guys, I guess I'll close this one out. I am Captain BD, aka Michael Brevard Decker. You can follow me, look me up on my PSN is Captain BD84. My Xbox Live account is Captain Space BD. Mind the space. My Switch code's a bunch of fucking numbers, so look me up on Facebook and I'll give that to you. Let's
Join
see
our
here.
Discord.
Let's see here. Yeah, or you can join our Discord and it's up there. A nice little tab with usernames and gamer tags. So, first off, I want to give some thanks out to some people. And not some people, but really all of the Gamers Network as a whole. But Tim Leo, thanks for joining us today.
Sir, thanks for having me.
It's been a pleasure. Naomi, Felice Cat, thanks for joining us last week. Looks like we're going to get you back next week, so that's exciting. We want to do this more often. You guys, you're our brethren. You're our brothers, you're our sisters, you're our friends that we talk to. So why not be on here and talking to us? Also, I want to give a shout out to Discord. I don't think we shout out Discord enough. And it's a really awesome service that's a part of the Gamers Network. Daniel, who dat deadhead, thanks, man. Thanks for keeping that shit clean and doing what you do. We do appreciate you, brother. Now, let's see what else. Look into our Patreon. Throw us a buck or two. Throw yourselves a buck or two. This is your group. So help us help you. Help us all just have more fun. We wanted, Andres already was talking about some Sony company of games that he can get, you know what I mean, some codes out for us for some more tournaments and for some more competitions. We've got merch. We've got the shirt this. Eric?
Spreadshirt. Yeah, spreadshirt.
So we got Spreadshirt, so look for some merch, man. It's fun shit. Let's see, Marco Polo made this banner back here. We've got shirts, we've got hats, we've got some fun shit. You're not gonna get that on Spreadshirt. You gotta look up Marco Polo. But yeah, man, we're fun. We're having some fun things. Look at our Facebook if you're watching this on YouTube. If you are watching this on YouTube, like and subscribe. If you do like what you like, tell a friend. If you don't like, just keep it to yourself. So to close this out, my quote will be, I'm a peacock, you gotta let me fly.
Fair enough.
Well, I guess that's it. Until next week, people, peace